Hey y'all. So this is our Grow with Google session, and it's going to be a video that's part of the CEO Mastermind. If you decide to do and invest with that, it's something that I will be rolling out as a course through my Podia application, but all the profits and proceeds for that will actually go towards step 1, 2, 3. So that will be a special CEO mastermind, and I will donate the proceeds of that 100% to step 1, 2, 3. So if you guys decide that you want to learn how to run a nonprofit, this is important. But this is a free session by Grow with Google. This will always be free. It's Grow with Google, and we have actually decided to become a Grow with Google partner. So this is the first session of many. And in this specific session, you're going to learn a couple of things, but mainly how to collaborate, meet, and work remotely, and communicate with calendars and Gmail digital skills for everyday tasks. So we're going to learn about collaboration first, okay? We'll get to all the other remote management, but we're going to talk about collaboration. So what we utilize at step 1, 2, 3 is something called Trello, and I'm going to walk you through our Trello app right now to help you understand how you can start collaborating on your projects and things like that. Because when you run a nonprofit, there are a lot of moving parts, okay? And I want you to be able to see the moving parts as opposed to just kind of hear about them passively. So we're going to walk through it, and this is not going to be long, y'all. It's going to take like a few minutes, okay? So you guys got a few minutes. We're not even probably going to go past 10. But I want you guys to be able to see what I'm seeing, so you can kind of learn how to do this for your own company. So a lot of people have asked me how, why I do what I do. So as you can see, we have different levels of mentorship and things like that. So if you go to level 1 of the onboarding process, you can see there's people who uploaded their resumes. If they wanted to volunteer, if you want to speak, you can fill out a link. If I click this link, you will be able to see something there, and there is a link you can fill out to view that form for you to become a speaker, and then you can schedule your own talk, and you can email us your written materials. So that's super important and super awesome. There's also a mentee request, and when the mentors they come up, I upload their forms and they send right here. And if they have not had a mentor given to them, it's there, but you can see all of our matches and who we have made for 2020 and people that are still in need of mentors. Like I literally still need mentors for these people in these different areas. So you can see kind of how we separate and we kind of make it, more special. And then you can see, new or inventive ways for you to kind of do intake for yourself. And then the forms to download, they're right here, the expectations and responsibilities, our request forms for mentors, if you want a mentor. And then if you want to volunteer with us, this is another form that you're going to sign and return to us. And then this is a mentor application. So if you would like to have mentorship, the only thing that you have to do is fill out that request form. If you want to be a mentor, then you fill out this application, you read the expectations and responsibilities, the volunteer rules, and you sign all these documents and return them back to us. But this one right here is the only one that's really required. And that's super, super important for you because you need to be able to understand that and, see it. But as y'all, watch this play out, of course, I'm going to take myself off so you can kind of look at the screen a little bit more than you look at me. But as you guys see, we've done many different initiatives. We did the food box initiative that you can see right here. And we've done the MLK donation drive. And if you go closer, you can kind of see the different things that happened, what we still needed, all the pictures from the event itself. So you can see like this is one of the, boxes full of the different things that we created for that. And then there's a little tiny X button. You can get out of that and go. You can make something a cover. So the cover for this is our donation drive. This was something that we aimed to have. I think we raised 50% of that, and we actually were able to kind of conserve and save some money there. But every time we have projects or volunteer projects, we place them here. If we have a speaking thing, a keynote graduation speaker confirmed, if we get a speaker for our virtual STEM summer camp that we do in the summertime, it is something that we will be able to put there. Anytime we have a workshop speaker or somebody who wants to do bonding activities or different topics or different planning for the summit that we're going to host. Okay, we'll be hosting a virtual I Am Lost summit this year. And I haven't rolled out all of the things yet because you guys should learn this as you grow. But that's part of the collaboration. And as you can see, it continues to move up in there all the way to the CEO mindset and courses and things like that. And the one thing that I want you guys to understand is here you can be a contractor. If you want to learn how to be involved in the organization on the contractor level, on the mentor level, all of my mentors and people who are interested in volunteering can see this Trello board and interact with it. You can actually see the many different people we have here already. And you can go through and see where you are in the process. So some people are at step 1 right now. And if they're at step 1, that's good. That means they've gone through the process, the onboarding with us in this new onboarding process, and they've done it. If you don't see them here, that's because they're not new. They're old and they've been here for a while. So they haven't gone through this official onboarding process because we did it differently in years past. But we have a huge new method. And this is actually a good tool for you to use for collaboration. And all I did was build these out, right? This is level 1. I put these 2 things under level 1 because those are the 2 things that happen under level 1. There's level 2, that's mentoring. So these are the things that happen under mentoring. And these are all voluntary. So level 1 and level 2 are voluntary. If you do a social media management, usually I have people kind of come in, step in and volunteer for the nonprofit. But if we ever pay them, they'll be here and they'll go under the contractor position as opposed to the paid position. But sometimes, a lot of times we get people to volunteer for social media posting. And then level 3, if you want to become a board member, staff, contractor, if you want to get to that level, there's different trainings that we work on and try to get that. And we also have like a holiday gift send, what we usually do. And of course, there's level 4, which is the CEO mastermind. The big thing that I want you guys to really understand about being a CEO of a business, and I want you guys to hear this from me, like it's not about like you getting the accolades, especially when it's CEO of a nonprofit. The chief executive officer of the nonprofit is not in it for them. They're in it to break and make money for that actual nonprofit. And they're trying to bring in the money to give it back to the community or reinvest it into something that's a meaningful project. So we're going to go through some other things that I want you guys to know about, and that is how I communicate with the calendar and Gmail digital skills. So I utilize Gmail a lot, and within Gmail, you have to go to like your settings and go into advanced settings and your add-ons, and you should enable the templates function of your Gmail. And so we're going to go through it a little bit now without showing you too much of what I do. Let's see if I can expand this. Yes. So I am going to share this really quickly so you can kind of see what it looks like. These are real emails that I can send out if I choose to, but this is something that we have set up as a template that almost everybody gets. So it's not anything where, somebody's, privacy is being violated or anything like that. It's something where you can see exactly kind of how we do business and what we do and how we're looking to expand our results. So Lord have mercy, I have such a hard time sometimes figuring stuff out. My brain doesn't work all the time. Y'all, it's tiring. But look, as you can see, this is the go-to, the mentor list. We explain it to them in detail. It has our emblem in there, our website, a little bit about who we are, and then a picture from us. And this is wonderful, right? Because this allows us to basically send this to pretty much anybody that we would like to. Usually it's BCC. So when we send out email mailers, we usually send it as a BCC so nobody gets like a ton of emails in their inbox. But long story short, you can utilize Gmail. All I do on that is very simple, y'all. You see this little 3 dots? It says templates, and then boom, you can see all the different templates that we have. And templates are wonderful for your business because you're going to get tired of sending out the same thing over and over and over again. And so you just click those 3 little dots at the bottom, as you guys can see, that say that. And it's easy for you to manage those everyday tasks with your business. So it's really important for you to be able to manage that and continue to grow your business as you're, expanding and working in COVID. And working remotely can be easy. You give people email access to a generic Gmail, and they will be able to conduct business for your organization, and you'll try to connect them back. Eventually get to a point where you can pay for the paid Gmail suite, and you'll be able to basically allow different users so that you make sure that you get all of the content that's happening in those emails later on. But until you can get to that paid version, that's what you can do to run your nonprofit. But we utilize Trello a lot. We utilize Google Forms a lot. And we utilize templates within Gmail. And in order to set those up, it's very simple for the Gmail process, as I have shown you already. That's the super important process, is that you go ahead, set it up like I have it sitting in front of you right now. And then right there next to the little trash can, you press the little 3 dots, and it will allow you to make templates once you have enabled it in your settings. So go to your settings, go to advanced settings, and then enable it for yourself. Okay. So I really appreciate, you guys. I really want you guys to win. I will show you one last thing, and that is how to enable the settings. I kind of have to go ahead and click the settings thing. I can't show it to you because that'll risk, showing people's information. But I do want to show you guys how to go ahead and do this. So before I close out, I want to show you something that you can do on Gmail that you probably didn't know you could do, and show it to you that way. So give me 1 second. And so if you can see settings, you see other stuff on the side, but you see this thing that says advanced. There is something under auto advanced. We don't care about any of that. The only thing I want you guys to care about is enabling templates. Once you enable templates and then you click save changes, then you will be able to send templates out, and you will not have to draft or find that old email and go back and find it, so that you can copy and paste the same information you sent. And that way, when people come and ask me, just like when people come for my business, right, for my law firm, I have it set up for the office to just send it out. And this makes it really easy for you to plug in your virtual assistant here, right, because they use the template that you've given them. So that's something that's really helpful. I hope that you guys learn a lot from it. And as you're growing your business, I want you guys to ask yourself some really important questions. How can I make my business more useful in the world? And the best way that I can tell you is that you can learn how to evolve with the times. You can learn how to make a business plan that allows people to easily find things. And if you find that your customers or consumers are having a difficult time finding anything for your business, I want you to do something crazy. Do something crazy. What's the crazy thing I'm telling you? I want you to actually ask them what they're struggling with, and then implement the changes to be able to have an easy process. This onboarding process took years to develop. We have been doing forms and paper forms and going to schools and doing the intake that way for years. And we've never had to do anything more than that. And so now we have this onboarding process, and it makes it easy for everybody to find everything. And no, everybody doesn't get it completely right now, but they will, and you will. And that's all that matters. So this has been a Girl with Google. Very quick session. It doesn't take much, right? I do that, and we run the nonprofit, and it works very well. It makes it easy for collaboration. We use Trello, and Trello has a power up to Google, to your Google Drive. So you can hook your Google Drives up to your Trello cards. And the things that I was showing you were different Trello cards. And when you click it, you can find different attachments. As y'all saw in the mentee request section, you can see the attachments, and the people can download them directly, so you don't have to email them anymore. And we do this to prevent emailing, but we also do this to make sure that we have all the data compiled in one place. And after an interview, we have the people upload their stuff, but once they have uploaded everything that we've asked for, then we move that card to another board that's private only to the board members and not to the mentors and in public. So I think that's really cool. It's really dope. We do put their names up there, but names are kind of like public domain type stuff. Anybody can find your name. We don't put their emails or things like that easily for anyone to find, but that's cool, isn't it? That's pretty darn cool. So I will talk to you real soon, and I cannot wait to hear all the things that you guys have going on and what you're trying to get done in your life. Other than that, I don't know if there's any more questions, but I hope that you enjoyed this session for Grow with Google. And we really are. We're trying to grow, we're trying to expand, and this is your CEO mindset. CEOs don't have any titles, that we just don't have those things, right? We don't have, it can't be about the title. If it's about the title for you, you're in the wrong business, because nonprofit work is not about the title. And if it's about you getting paid, then start an LLC. But don't come to the nonprofit realm and think that you're going to get paid the same way you do for your LLC without certain restrictions. There are restrictions to getting paid, who can get paid, who and how who can get paid. And a lot of people come to the nonprofit industry thinking that's an easy come up because people donate to nonprofits. That's not an easy come up. It's actually an easy way for you to get audited by the IRS, and you get some real legal issues. Okay, so don't do it for that. Also, there's not a lot of people who look like me in these nonprofit spectrum CEO realm. I know there's a lot of people you can see on the internet, right? On these like different forums and business forums, but there's not a lot of like Fortune 500 charity organizations with people who look like me at the helm. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, you want to ask for those positions, but then back it up by saying, look, don't just give me the position to be a diversity hire. Give me the position and give me the support in your laws and your bylaws and your directory and your training policies. So yeah, guys, just, it's not about the titles. You gotta add, you gotta bring in diversity and give them the support they need, the support staff, the support enforcement in your rules, and you will see them grow and flourish. When people who are diverse and minority get a chance to lead these big businesses that they've never had a chance to lead, they will do amazing things. But you got to give them support, because people are used to seeing somebody who doesn't look like that. They're used to seeing somebody who looks a little lighter, just a little bit lighter. And if they're used to that, they're not going to support the candidate that you put up there, and they'll easily have a quick turnover. So I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. And I hope that you guys learned a great deal on this Grow with Google CEO Mastermind session. Thanks, guys. Use Trello, use Gmail, and make sure that you are using that mind. Use that mind. Enjoy yourself. It's the CEO mindset. Let's go. See you next episode.